Yo, what's up? Welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Jimmy Ralph. Kindly subscribe to Funtime TV. And you are watching Afrobeat Pressure, Charlie. At the moment, Afrobeat Pressure is, pressuring. Afrobeat is actually giving the world pressure. Yeah, so, I was thinking, I've been thinking about this, and, I've been wondering, about this. We all know how the Nigerians are currently taking over. Burna Boy is taking over. Wizkid is taking over. Davido is taking over. What is this? Hey, leave it. Yeah, all of them are taking over. Yeah, Charlie, they are filling all the stadia. They are, performing around the world. Wizkid is here to perform, do his first stadium concert, right? Yeah. Filling auditorium. So you've seen the process. They started from, let's say, auditoriums. Graduated from auditoriums to, let's say, arenas. Yeah, they went to the O2 arenas. Even the arenas. They started gradually. From step by step. Yeah, they got to the O2 arena, and now they are over the arenas. Now they are doing stadia. They are over the arenas, and now they are doing stadia. You've seen the processes. You've seen the Nigerian spirit that we've been talking about. Yeah, you've seen the Nigerian spirit. You understand, Charlie? Burna Boy is currently surprising the world. Even DJs around the world, DJs in the USA are even impressed with his performances. Some of the world, like I've been telling you, Burna Boy is now living the dream of most of the musicians around the world. Most of the musicians that haven't gotten to their pinnacles, they are looking up to what Burna Boys are doing. Burna Boy is now rated as one of the biggest musicians in the world, right? Now, so I've been imagining, what if Burna Boy was a Ghanaian? What if Wizkid was a Ghanaian? What if Davido was a Ghanaian? Like, I've been imagining. The typical mindset of a Ghanaian is the moment they are leading. Have you seen that the Nigerian music industry is now leading? So I've been wondering, what if Ghana music industry was the one leading? There were times that all our musicians in Ghana were playing all the bigger shows. They were traveling outside. I think in the early 2000s, during the hip life days, during the days of the VIPs and the Nkaseis there, Castro them, 4x4 them, and Obo, Brafo, and the Tic Tacs. They were performing around the world, feeling what's the name of the arena? Yeah, Apollo's. Yeah, the Achiame filled Apollo. In the early 2000s, they filled Apollo at the Apollo Theater in USA. They did it. 5-5 during the days of Mujibaya, they did it. Yeah, they did it at O2 Indigo. Then no African was able to trespass. No African by then. I think that was 10 years ago. No African was able to do more than the Indigo. So recently that the Nigerians are taking over. No, 10 years ago, no African was able to do Indigo. I stand to be corrected though. No African was able to do Indigo. Ghanaians were doing it, Charlie. No African was able to do more than the Indigo. And Ghanaians were doing the Indigo during the days of Mujibaya by 5-5 in Ghana. Now, I've been wondering, after they did all this, they felt like, okay, now we are sitting on top of the world. So that's the typical mindset of Ghanaian. Like, the moment they are on top, they because they don't feel any competition, they don't feel like there's not, the industry isn't, or the music space isn't too competitive enough. They'll be sitting there relaxing, sitting there in their chair, taking a chill pill. But Nigerians are not doing the same. Burna Boy is not doing the same. I think if Burna Boy was a Ghanaian, that spirit would have entered him. As soon as he finished doing the, the O2 arena, he would have sat down and go like, but man is still challenging. Look at Wizkid is still challenging himself. He's still challenging himself. Like in Ghana, what the musicians always think about is, okay, since I'm on top, Charlie, there is no competition, so let me just sit down and take a chill pill because I'm on top. They don't fight harder. Like in Ghana, we don't fight harder. Burna Boy did the O2. Wizkid came to do 3 consecutive times at the O2 Arena. Still till date, Ghanaians are still doing the normal Apollos and the normal Indigos. Normal Apollos and the normal Indigos and some small auditoriums. Which I think, at the level, like with the level of Ghana, I think it's okay, Charlie. Like it's okay when we are not comparing ourselves to the success of the, likes of Burna Boy and these musicians. But it's not okay if you like. Yeah, it's not. But I think it's okay if we are not comparing, doing that comparison. But it's not okay if we are doing the comparison. You understand? Because we still have bigger audience. Look, Ed Sheeran is doing 100,000 3 days consecutive. Ed Sheeran is doing 100,000 3 consecutive days, and Burna Boy is aiming to do more than that. If Burna Boy was a Ghanaian, after he won the first Grammy, he would have sat back and go like, well, now, Charlie, I think I have all the money, so I should sit back. We have musicians in Ghana who are sitting there, thinking, okay, they've arrived since they've been able to get some fan bases and, making some couple of dollars a year and there, so they can sit back and, relax. Like, that's the typical mindset of a Ghanaian. If Burna Boy was a Ghanaian, if Wizkid was a Ghanaian, if Davido, Rema and all, Don Jazzy and all these musicians were Ghanaians, they would have, after they had those achievements, after they were able to, fill, a capacity, Charlie, after they were able to do something that no African has been able to do before, they would have, relaxed, because they feel like, okay, we have all the numbers, so Charlie, let me just sit down and start, investing my money into, let's say, real estate development or something. Real estate, yeah, that's the mindset that would have got into the minds of the likes of Burna Boy and Wizkid if they were Ghanaians. You understand, Charlie? That was the typical Ghanaian mindset. We don't like I told you, in the early 2000s, we were doing we were doing magics, Charlie. We were doing, even when I was growing up, when I was a little, I wasn't hearing Nigerian music like till 2008 coming, during the days of P Square, when P Square, the P Squares came in with if you do me, I do you. Then all of a sudden the bunch came in, Yori, yeah. That was the time that the Nigerian music started penetrating into the Ghana music industry. That was when all these Ghanaians were doing all the awareness. They didn't even know what anything called iTunes. They didn't even know anything called Spotify. Meanwhile, in the early 2000s, I think, in the early 2000s, new artists like, let's say, because Two-Face was a new guy during those days. New guys, Two-Face was one of the new guys during those days. So they were already exposed to the new technological world. They already knew things like iTunes. They already knew, because they knew the world isn't going to be stagnant. Like, the world wasn't going to be all about CDs and cassette anymore. There'll be a time that Charlie we will migrate from the the analog era to the digital era. So they knew all this. I watched an interview of one of the legendaries in Ghana, and he was saying that when they were playing all the shows, all they thought, what they were thinking about the money, all they were thinking about was the money they were making at that time. All they were thinking was about the money they were making at that time. They weren't thinking about the future of the Ghana music industry. They weren't thinking about the future of the Ghana music industry. Meanwhile, the Nigerians had already seen the future. The situation was like a time traveler. They had already seen the future. They had already, understood the business, the whole business. One of the best video quality, one of the most beautiful video I watched in Ghana. I first watched in Ghana was from Nigerians, Charlie. Because as soon as Don Jazzy, I remember when the band first came, his video qualities weren't that good, right? Yeah, they weren't that good. But a few years into the game, he started shooting very beautiful video. He started shooting very beautiful videos with the equipments that were available then. He started shooting videos, quality videos with the beautiful equipments that were available then. Look at Perry. The video was very beautiful, depending on the available equipments that depending on the equipments that were available in the early in the 2009s and the 2008s. You understand, Charlie? I think Ghana, we need to start looking to the future and stop always living in the moments, Charlie. We should always try to think beyond. It's only few Ghanaians that have been doing this who think ahead of time. Like, it's only a few Ghanaians who think ahead of time, and I think we should start we should start learning that culture of that culture. Yeah, Charlie. Yeah. My name is Jimmy Ralph. Kindly subscribe to this channel, like, comment, and always stay connected. Yeah. And our man Kim Promise, I be like Terminator, I did deliver. Yeah, Charlie, Terminator. Yes, the Terminator man Kim Promise is performing in US of A. Charlie, your man is really taking over. Yeah, your man is really, really, really doing something great in the USA. Charlie, I watched one of his video where a bunch of crowd in USA were singing to his song. Charlie, like this is what we need Ghanaians to be doing, to always represent the continent, the African continent very well. Charlie, at the moment, yeah, we need to start thinking about, like, look, now Burna Boy is representing Africa. So Ghanaians too, we should work hard and migrate from always representing Ghanaians. We should migrate from always representing Ghana to representing the whole continent. You understand? Ghanaians, we always represent ourselves. It's about time we start representing the continent, Charlie. And Kim Promise really did great, even though it's nothing compared to what Wizkid and Davido and Burna Boys are doing. But I think gradual, yeah, he's doing great. Like, I was very surprised to see that kind of crowd singing along Kim Promise's song, and yeah, I really enjoy. I was really proud as a Ghanaian. I was really proud as an African. Yeah, Charlie. I think we all dream to also feel the airiness and all those kind of stuff. Yeah, very soon. Yeah, so kindly subscribe to this channel, like, comment, and always stay connected. My name is Jimmy Ralph. Ghanaians, we should always think ahead of time. We should always think ahead of time for a fun time.